What's really exciting about teaching is where you can see the lights turn on in the student's eyes. So whether it's an undergraduate class, non-HR majors, and we're talking about recruitment selection, and you can put the students in the position of, you're going to graduate, and you're going to have staff that are reporting to you, and you're going to need to replace one. And how are you going to find a good person? And doing that right is really going to have a positive impact in terms of who you get to manage in your career and etc. And when the light goes on that, A, that's important, and the light goes on, yeah, I see a way to do that, I find that fascinating. I also find the gray spaces fascinating. There's some things that are right and they're wrong. There's a law. It says you don't discriminate against people on the basis of race, sex, color, religion, yada, yada. And that's pretty clean. But the gray areas, how do you motivate people? Well, all people aren't the same. There isn't a single easy answer, do A, B, C, here's the formula, and out it plops. And getting in those gray spaces and figuring out the nuances of that and working with students to understand the nuances of that is just terribly rewarding. And occasionally you'll have former students that will contact you in one format or another and indicate that you played some useful role in their career, and that feels really good. There's the financial side. One of our executive MBA students talked about training that he had done with one of his subordinates, a salesperson, with things that he had learned out of the MBA program. Marketing, sales stuff, not even stuff I taught, but helped run that program. And the salesperson was able to land $1 million sale because of what he learned out of the program. So you get those financial things that are, that's significant, career advancement, promotion. But I think more so is the student that comes back and says, I'm doing something I really enjoy. So it's not the success in the sense of they became the VP of, but success in the sense that is they've thought about their lives and what they're doing with their lives and the time that they spend at work, they've found a way to make that enjoyable stuff to do, both because in some small part I've helped them find a profession that they enjoy, and some of the philosophies of how you approach work that we talk about in class have rubbed off. And that really is what matters, is in the long run that they're leading quality lives. I have a bachelor's in economics, I have a master in labor and human resources, and a PhD in labor and human resources, all from The Ohio State University. I find economics fascinating. I find the analysis of why people do what they do. I think of economics and psychology as the two disciplines that underpin business. And thinking about behavior, be it in the economic realm or in the motivational, the individual realm, it is absolutely fascinating. And exploring those, being able to go to an institution and spending 8 years of your life learning and immersing yourself in that was fascinating. Well, I've been fortunate enough to be engaged in the community in a number of ways. I've served on the board of a number of not-for-profit organizations, from Evergreen Retirement Community to Winnebago County Association of Retarded Citizens, etc. And that has provided some opportunity to give back, but it has been a great learning opportunity for me to explore those organizations, understand them. I do a fair amount of volunteer work with not-for-profit boards in terms of the role of the board and running not-for-profits. And that really has been phenomenal in terms of how impressive it is in terms of the community. The hundreds and hundreds of people that are dedicating hundreds, thousands of hours in the Fox Valley, whether they're volunteering the homeless shelter or a food pantry or whatever it might be, and that so many folks in our community are investing so much of themselves to do something that's really altruistic, to do something that's good for the community, just makes you feel good about living in the Fox Valley and the kind of people that live in our community. Al Hartman, former dean of the College of Business, says that this is the best place in the state to get a business degree. And it's not that we're necessarily the best business college, but we have an excellent College of Business with wonderful faculty, etc. But the thing that's really nice is that we're combining that with the Fox Valley. So we have all of this employment in the Fox Valley. So our students have a requirement that they do internships, and there are plenty of employers in the Fox Valley in which to do those internships. you go up and down the Fox Valley, you can't hit a corporation of any size, even relatively smaller organizations, without finding some of our alumni in those organizations in positions of responsibility. So when our students are looking for work experience, when they're looking to do things as a student, be it projects or internships, etc., we have loads of organizations that are happy to step up and help.